So that puts us in a second and long and an obvious passing down. And you can see we're running an empty set here, which I don't necessarily like, but because it just gives you fewer protection options. They bring in a late blitzer from the outside. Our wide receiver identifies that there's a blitzer, there's an extra man, and McCoy gets under pressure, gets sacked, and we give up the fumble. So a lot of people blame the offensive line in a situation like this, but just look at what happens here. When OU brings in this extra defender, there are now 6 pass rushers for a 5-man protection. If that's the case, there's only one way you can deal with that. Well, 2 ways. One is that you can audible out of that play. So that's on the quarterback to identify that there are more men than the protection can handle, and either change the protection, so maybe keep another offensive player in the protection, or audible to a different play. The other thing that they can do is get the ball out quickly in the quick game to a wide receiver. But if we go back and watch this play from a wide angle, when McCoy takes his 3-step, there is no player looking for the ball. He needs to be getting the ball out now. And the only player even stemming his route is Shipley. So that's one thing that we saw consistently in this game is, you see a wide receiver identify that there's an extra blitzer, his man's blitzing. Well, then you should have a hot route on. And specifically, if he's blitzing from your area, then you should be sitting down somewhere over here. And that should be the hot route. Instead, it's like we're running routes as if we have a 5-step drop going, and there's no way we ever get a 5-step drop in this situation. So our passing game is really out of sync at this point, partly because it's hard to get your passing game in sync if your quarterbacks can't identify when to check out of a protection or to alter the protection, and it's also difficult if your receivers can't identify when they should be running hot routes. So those 2 things are really problematic for us at this stage, and that's why when we're in obvious passing downs that we're at a severe disadvantage with the offense right now. OU really revealed kind of what stage we're at with the quick game, and I'd say in terms of the balance of our offense, that's the area that we need to develop the most to be well-rounded. What makes more sense, though, is for us to emphasize the running game and identify through that right now, and discourage defenses from overplaying through the running game rather than, when we put ourselves in obvious passing downs, that's not going to be a win for our offense right now, ever.